Hello and welcome to Impulse Check. And our first campaign from it, Keepers of the Abyss. I am this campaign's Dungeon Master, Q. And my players and I are here to introduce you to our wonderful podcast. Hello, I am Q, they, them pronouns. I like to DM. I like to create stories. I like to do stupid shit, I'll be DMing for this first campaign. That might change in the future campaigns, but I will probably be, at least for now, the main DM. Angel.
Hello, I'm Angel. I have she, her pronouns. I am somebody who is incredibly pink. I am currently in school. I'm about to graduate with 2 bachelor's degree in women's studies. I mean, it's the science of women and gender, so maybe, and psychology. And I've already applied for grad school for social work. I like video games. I like to draw a lot. I also really like to voice act, so a lot of my characters are going to have interesting voices. Alright, I'm going to hand this over to my lovely Corey.
Hi, I'm Corey, they, them. I'm a tailor / sewist. There's not a good gender neutral term for that. I sew for a living, and I've been creating the music for the podcast, so let me know if you like it. That'd be chill. I'm a cosplayer. I judge a lot of cosplay contests locally, and yeah, living on my happy little rock in Hawaii.
Hello, I am Helms. Yeah, boy. You can call me whatever you want. I'm just here for a good time, and I like audio.
And I use he, him pronouns.
And that's all I got.
My name's Emma. I use she, her pronouns. I have a degree in computer science. I am an artist. I like to play games. I like to do jigsaw puzzles. I am generally the troublemaker in the group. I don't try to be. It just happens, I swear.
We did have one other player in the party. His name was Ali. He, him pronouns. He lives somewhere where the time zone was drastically different than the rest of us, and for about 20 sessions, he sacrificed all his sleep and stayed up early in the morning to record with us. And eventually it just wasn't sustainable and we parted ways. But we hope that you'll enjoy what we did record with him while we had the chance.
To follow up introducing ourselves, let me introduce a little more formally our characters. You have all already met Kenny and Dimitri, but there are a few others you should be introduced to. But let's start with the ones we've already met. Kenny is, of course, a drow elf rogue. Messy white hair, splash of freckles across his cheeks, bright red eyes rimmed with silver. He's full of adventure and excitement and life, and honestly, he's just happy to be here. He's currently out on I guess you could call it a quest of sorts, which has taken him out of the Underdark and has taken him to the islands. You will all learn more about him as time goes on, but for now, the most important thing to remember about him is he is short. Next, we have Dimitri, our beautiful blueberry blue tiefling sorcerer. Dimitri is rather tall, curved black ram's horns, bright golden eyes for the time being, though whether that changes remains to be seen. As you all know, he is a childhood friend of Kenny's. They lived together in the Underdark. He was raised by his sister, and he is also on the same quest as Kenny. He is a bookish sort, very quiet, but when he does speak, the things he says should be listened to. There's much more about him to learn, but I suppose we will have to wait. Next we have Arcacia. our resident warlock. He is a grayish tiefling with curly purple hair, brown curved horns, black eyes, and a very sharp, witty personality. He likes to be a bit of a jokester. We're not really sure if it's at the expense of everybody else or at the expense of himself. Don't think he's sure either. He came from a humble background, a loving family, but you know how it is. There's always that hunger for something more. He found his solace in a beautiful demon queen, who is now sending him on a little quest to the islands. What that quest is, you will have to find out. Next we have Bubbles. She is our sweet, bubbly cleric. Human, by all accounts. Totally not anything else. Light freckling on her cheeks, dark red hair, pale skin, bright green eyes. She has a smile and a kind word for everybody, though don't get on her bad side. I've heard that she likes to, you deal with people like that. But I'm sure she'd love all of you. She has been sent on a quest by Istis herself, who is Bubbles' goddess of choice. Istis has sent Bubbles to the islands to meet with people who will find her and who will be in need of her help. She's got a lot going on, but I imagine you'll have to be very patient to find out more. And last but certainly not least, we have Neri, our delightful, just absolutely chaotic Wood Elf Bard. Neri is a dirty, dirty rat girl, and she loves it. After having spent about 500 years in the army, courtesy of the High Elves, she has now finally escaped and gone to run free. Her goal is to make beautiful music, and, well, her goal is to make beautiful music to hopefully impress her beautiful lady High Elf that she met while in the army. Neri is on very average height, darker skin, lots of freckles, a scar across her nose, and bright red hair like fire. She has almost as many jokes as she has teeth in her bag, and that's a lot of teeth and a lot of jokes. She would love to tell you more about herself, but we shall have to wait to hear from her until session 1. And that is the party. I hope you all get to know them, and I hope you love them just as much as I, the DM, do.
Okay, hi everybody, it's my turn again. I wanted to do a little explanation of why our podcast is called Impulse Check. Impulse Check is a mechanic that we created for each character. It will be something that will flow over all of the campaigns that we end up doing. So for an impulse check, you know when you have those impulsive things you want to do, but you're not sure if you should do it or not? Well, it takes a choice out of your hand and kind of throws it to fate. You roll a d20, and if it's above 10, you succeed in corralling your impulse. If it's below 10, you failed your impulse check, and no matter what, you have to do what you were being impulsive about. So I'm very excited about that. Boy, there have been a lot of impulse checks already, and whew, sometimes the dice just knows what has to happen, you know what I mean? So watch out for those nat ones, everybody.
Alright, so Q's universe that they've created is vast and enchanting and intriguing, and no matter how much time we spend in the regular campaign, it doesn't seem like it's ever enough. So whenever one of our birthdays rolls around, we do 1 or 2 side sessions of a side quest for each one of our characters, and we'll roll up additional characters for the rest of the party to play. And they're generally a lot more chaotic episodes than the main campaign, and we have a little more fun with them because they're celebrations, and those will be released where they fit in the timeline, and they do include important lore for our characters. So I hope that you look forward to hearing those.
Alright, then that means I'm up next. So, as you can hear by this recording, our audio sounds pretty good, but that's not always going to be the case. We do start out pretty rough, but slowly over time, our audio gets better and it gets to the point where we sound like this. We do our best to edit what we have, but I can assure you the audio does get better over time.
Okay, so if you want to get in touch with us, let us know what you think, where to follow it, smash that like button. Yeah, please do that. Also, subscribe here. Every like and subscription we get really helps us out. It helps us grow and build and everything. We also have a Twitter. On Twitter, we are Impulse Check Pod, IMPULSECHECKPOD. And we also have the exact same handle on Instagram.
Also, thank you for following us, because you know you're going to follow us on whichever you're listening to us on now, be it YouTube or on your preferred platform of streaming podcasts. Please do, if you like this, follow us on all of our social media, especially hit that notification button, that little bell, or subscribe through your podcast platform so that you can get our uploads when they come out. We are looking to do a schedule of every Tuesday we will drop a new episode. At the beginning, though, we will be dropping a couple more on days that aren't Tuesday, just to get a pool for all of you to listen to. But once we get on a consistent schedule, it will be Tuesdays. So please do follow us, and also keep in mind that word of mouth is the biggest way to spread your favorite things. Please do tell your friends, your family, and just comment the heck out of it, because we can't do this without you. With you, we can be amazing, but without you, it's just 5 goofs goofing off, rolling dice. So let's be a family of goofs listening to people roll their dice. So in the future, when we do catch up, because right now we have quite a vast selection of sessions that we've already recorded. Once we do catch up with posting and everything is completely live, we might be doing things like polls and comments to, I don't know, spice it up a little bit. Who knows? So just keep an eye out for that.
Thank you all so much for listening to our little intro. I have a feeling we will see you again soon. Now, we're all off to do chaotic things, and I'm off to watch my beautiful, beautiful party make horrible, horrible mistakes. I shall see you all in session 1. Goodbye.